Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. You thought it was Barry, but no, it's me. Terry Beige, his younger brother. Mama says I got extra chromosomes instead of extra talent, but I got love, I got soul, I got a restraining order. So, welcome to Three Guys and Sometimes Bob, the only podcast where cigars are lit, drinks are poured, and nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. Stick around, baby. We talk politics, farts, midlife crisis motorcycles, and sometimes feelings, but just a little. Too much emotion makes Terry sweat. So sit back, unzip your hoodie, and let your ears get awkward. 'Cause this right here, it's audio foreplay for the emotionally unstable. Let's go.
No bam.
So that was
that's Barry White's retarded younger brother, Terry Beige.
Can you say that?
Yeah, we can, because Trump.
Oh, okay. So retarded is good.
It's back on the table, yeah.
Okay.
I've heard. I mean, everybody else is doing
these
it.
motherfuckers that work for us are pretty being retarded right now.
Pretty being retarded.
Well, what happened?
Well, we can't deliver coffee to the...
Oh.
What the hell happened? That's not even my coffee cup.
Jesus, I'd piss and moan about something if I were you.
Rodney!
Wang.
Poor G.
Man.
That's fucking awful. Yeah.
I don't know who's...
I got my cup. I don't know what you're bitching about.
I don't know what's going on here. It just... Something is not right in the universe today.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, that's it.
It is Tuesday.
That's why. It's like second Monday.
You gotta realize it's a day off now.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rodney! Is that a new one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah,
So what is this? Tuesday, June
24th.
24th.
Oh, it's my son's birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, boy. 27.
Something.
27.
Rod, I'm confused because this is not my cup.
It looked the same in the dog.
They look the same.
Had the same funky shit in it.
Yeah, same funk, but different lips on it.
Yeah, so we haven't been here for a hot minute.
I didn't even know.
Then the 13th of May.
Yeah, well, you've been down
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because you had Boatnik set up the week after.
Yeah,
And then I was gone for 2 weeks, and then I was busy for a week and a half or whatever.
I've gotten away, and
Yeah, so
So here we are.
here we are.
we are June
24th-ish.
Yeah, sometimes Bob is in
And not here.
Washington, I think.
State
Yeah,
or the
At
DC.
Katina or something like that.
Yeah, he was at the old
Kanita.
rambling Redwoods there for a hot minute.
They were there for 4 days, and that's over with. He'll be back sometime after the 4th. 7th.
Of July?
Yeah.
Okay.
7th or 8th will be back.
There we go. Now my world's better.
Top.
It's very nice. Thank you. That other one looked like it was.
Hey, you got more in that pot there, Rod? I would love one if you could, if you would, please.
Good for you.
Yeah. So, so there's been a lot going on. I think Willie Nelson died, didn't he?
No.
Or is he just in critical condition?
He's not doing well.
Nobody knows.
I think he's been dead for a couple decades and just nobody told him.
I saw him about 3-4 years ago, and he wasn't dead then.
Well, didn't Bob just go see his
Last
concert
summer.
like last summer? Yeah,
Yeah,
like a year
something
ago.
like
And he called it. He said he wanted to see Willie before he died, and well, good thing.
Before
he
either
did.
before either one of them did, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, too.
No, I think he's.
You better hurry.
I did. I
you did?
Saw him down in Austin.
Yeah, you're good. I don't
Texas?
care to go see
Yeah.
him.
It was a fucking bitchin' show.
Well, I bet.
That town.
No weed or nothing smoked there.
No,
was there? Nothing.
none.
I didn't.
No weed.
Not at a
I
Willie
didn't
concert.
smell any.
Well, it's hard to smell it when it's in your face.
Oh, that's true.
Well, everybody
It's
using
just
bombs.
incense.
Yeah. Fucking bomber.
Yeah.
Yeah, when everything smells like weed, nothing smells like weed.
Yeah, that's because that's true.
So, I was just trying to think. There's been a lot of shit going on in the news.
Oh,
Like what?
The list is long.
No, I had a bunch, but I forgot. So I went to the eye doctor yesterday at the VA.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
I got a mole on the back of my eye.
You gotta,
Apparently, that's a common thing. I didn't know that you
A
can get a
mole?
mole on your eye.
dude, sure it's not like an STD or something?
I don't know. I tell them not to shoot me in the eye, but hey. No, they said it's pretty common.
But he
There's
did
nothing,
anyway,
nothing,
huh?
Yeah,
You get,
fuckers don't listen.
but it doesn't affect anything? Is that what that might be your problem right there.
Yeah.
One of many.
One of many.
One of many, yeah.
One of
The
many.
list is long and distinguished.
Yeah.
Not even that distinguished.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty distinguished.
It's
The
not,
the other night was down at Steam with Debbie and
Was Michael in rare
Michael.
form?
No, he wasn't in.
That was just regular for
He
him.
was just regular form, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm an asshole," and he calls me an asshole, and she goes, "He wouldn't do that," and I said,
And he's an asshole.
and I went over and hugged him, and I said, "No, I wouldn't call him an asshole to his face, but I'll stand right next to him and call him."
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not going to look at him and call him at one.
Well,
I'm
I
not
do,
today.
I
You're
do.
an asshole, Mike.
Absolutely, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he's good with that.
I'll agree with you.
I got many assholes in my life.
Yeah,
Some I prefer to call to their face, and the other ones I want to rip their fucking head off.
yeah, that's his best.
I got a list. Bob talked about a list. Mine has grown substantially in the last couple of weeks.
I bet. I bet.
It's been a good time. But no, in the news, it looks like we bombed Iran. We bombed nuclear sites in Iran.
Yeah, not the whole thing.
Yeah, not the whole
not the
thing.
churches and playgrounds.
We got three new holes at a golf course that Trump's building.
And, yeah,
And if they keep on fucking around, we're gonna have a
Actually,
full 18 here.
From
soon.
the pictures I saw, each site had like 5 holes in them.
Oh, so we're at the five.
Well, so what those bunker buster bombs?
they dropped 14 of them.
Yeah, but the way they
On
work
top
is
of
they're
each
supposed to.
other.
Yeah, the first one goes down, 75 yards, explodes, makes it easier for the next one, and they don't hit exactly next to each other, but it's
Right.
not too far off. So they showed
It's like horseshoes.
Yeah, they showed a satellite thing, and yeah, you could see like 3 here, and then over this site 3 here, and whatever.
Yeah.
So so then each one keeps going lower and lower until they
Right.
get those 400-foot depth bunkers.
Right.
With plutonium in them, which I'm not sure is. I mean, you're just going to make desert out of desert anyways. So.
Right. It's gonna be
Just dirty, sand.
dirty sand now.
Which, how clean is their sand?
But then, so
Not.
they called for a ceasefire. Iran and
Israel.
Israel ceasefire. But these motherfuckers. Then Israel lobs a shit ton of missiles into Iran after the ceasefire, but then they're like, well, it really wasn't in effect yet, so we just wanted to get our last missiles off.
We hadn't got the fax signed copy back yet.
Right,
Our DocuSign was a little slow.
Yeah, DocuSign went slow, and then Iran retaliated, and they threw some back, and then Trump got pissed and dropped an F-bomb on TV, which was fantastic.
I think he's done that once or twice before.
Yeah, but he was definitely in a. He's like them.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, he didn't call him motherfucker, but he's like they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they need to stop. I agree.
Or just go 100%.
Right. Either we just completely. It's like okay, we got rid of the threat to us.
Yeah.
Now just kill each other.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly. Do what the fuck you want.
Yeah. Leave America out of it. Go fight your little holy war bullshit. And as long as our troops and our people are good, and you don't get to come here, just knock yourself out.
It was funny. I was watching they had a thing, a compendium of different, him saying we're not going to do regime change. We don't like regime change, and until about a week ago. Then regime change.
Is that Trump saying that?
Yeah.
Well, if they need, because a week ago the Crown Prince of Iran did not speak, and now that we bombed their shit.
Now he's got something to say?
Now he's got something to say against the Rockarola Ayatollah dude.
Khomeini,
Yeah, Khomeini.
whatever his name is, something like that.
They're all, I think half the population is some kind of Khomeini.
They're Khomeini.
It's like Smith.
Yeah, it's like
It is the
Brown.
Smith of there. Yeah, Johnson,
So this dude, he comes and goes, no, we're fucking tired of him. I mean, he's the crown prince. I mean, it's his sovereign land, I guess. I don't know.
It's not a crown prince. He's the.
Is there an uncrowned prince? I mean, if you're a prince, don't you get a crown?
I don't know.
Unless I can see
He
if
is
you're knighted,
somebody-
you
he's
don't.
somebody in the royal family of Iran.
Okay, he's somebody's cousin.
He's the holy leader. He's the.
No, that's what the Ayatollah is, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what the Ayatollah. No, I'm talking about the guy that spoke out against the Ayatollah. Now Rodney's showing me stuff. What am I looking at?
New looking Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
What is it?
Yeah, we're not giving those away. Those are going to have to be bought.
Oh yeah.
$22.50.
$22.50 a stick.
$23.50.
$23.50 a stick retail.
You got to
Mark the
say it
box.
2350. It's fitty. There's no F in there.
Yeah, they only made 7,000 of those boxes.
Cute.
What, are they numbered?
That sounds like a lot to the
Yeah.
non-informed.
Perez Carrillo. It looks like a good, nice Maduro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sweet. Yeah, there should be a number of box.
Yeah, all those ones.
But no. So the Ayatollah is their holy leader, whatever. But then there is an actual. I think it's the Crown Prince. There's a hierarchy there, or a I wouldn't call it a hierarchy, but what a monarch.
Well, he doesn't have many control.
Right, because the Ayatollah
because the holy rollers there.
is the holy roller, and that's where they all follow. But he's a horrible man because he's got the Houthis, he got the other the Hezbollah.
No, that's
Or that's the other side. I can't keep track of
that's
these
Syria.
motherfuckers. The Houthis and
The guys in Gaza.
yeah,
I can't think of what the hell. it's
right,
called.
right, assholes.
Raza.
They're the ones
something
that
or
are
other.
killing people. No, it's horrible. They need to stop. Absolutely need to stop. And
They're not gonna. They've been fighting forever.
Yeah, people have been saying that for about 14 billion years.
Yeah,
and they
that's
just
not-
keep, the dinosaurs were like, fucker, stop. We need these trees.
They didn't
Now
like-
you made it a desert.
right. So Iranians apparently hate Jews. That's their whole thing.
Everybody hated Jews at one point in their life.
I know, and I don't get that.
No,
I think
yeah,
we
for
talked
whatever
about
reason.
that
A lot
one
of
of our
people
last
still do.
podcasts.
A lot of them in this country are white.
The Jews?
No.
Well,
Yeah,
all the Jews
all the
are-
Jews are
no,
white.
No, the ones that they're not all white. Some of them are. There's two different kinds of Jews.
There's tan Jews.
Yes, so it's kind of like Tang.
Tang.
They're orange.
Or tangerine.
No, there's
It's like an orange, but weirder.
Ashkenazi and the Sephardic Jews.
Sephardic?
Yeah.
Is that like a region or of Jerusalem?
That's the
So they're
Middle East area.
They're Middle
And
Eastern.
Ashkenazi or the Russian.
Okay.
Russian Jewish.
cool.
They make those kids clothes too.
I don't understand why they hate them. I still to this
No,
day.
even- yeah,
I asked this our last podcast. Why?
Oh,
what's
'cause-
it fucking matter?
Because they're good with money.
Well,
And jewelry.
And
it
diamond,
started
that
off
just goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
'cause
they started
that used
off-
to be the money.
back in the day they couldn't own property. In the Renaissance medieval days,
Right.
Jews couldn't own property, but they had money, and they would lend money.
Right. And then
And collect
So
money.
they were the first bankers, and
They
nobody
were
likes a
great.
banker.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of like lawyers.
But gosh damn,
No, but that's and then just kept on going from there. And now
I don't have that.
now the Jews have got these space lasers that Marjorie Taylor Greene.
But do they have fucking? Do they have sharks with fucking laser beams on them? Because that would be even better than space lasers. Other than the fact that you could just go and not by the ocean, but space lasers, I guess, would be more effective.
Boy, that took a wrong turn.
Yeah, it took a weird one.
Weird one.
It's okay.
But if
Laser?
MTG says it must be true. Those Jewish space lasers.
Yeah.
Oh, that crazy broad?
Oh, yeah, she's fucking.
She is a wackadoodle.
Oh, I got a new show for you guys to watch
Oh,
on Cinemax or Max or whatever it's called now.
Okay.
Called The Righteous Gemstones.
okay.
It's
Sounds-
about 4
sounds like a
seasons.
band.
No, it's basically I think it's a sort of them. It's the same guy, Danny McBride.
Don't know who he is.
He's on a lot of shows that you don't really know who he is, but he's and also the other guy's on there too, and
George
this other chick. But no, fucking John Goodman.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, I like him.
Oh, is it John Goodman? The one that married fucking Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh.
Way back.
Oh, no.
Not John Goodman. Fucking.
Oh, that other.
oh yeah.
that other guy. The other guy that's not John Goodman.
Roseanne, the one that
Comedian.
married
Roseanne Barr. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's. Fuck that.
Yeah, not Rosie O'Donnell, because no guy is ever
No.
married her.
That.
Roseanne Barr. Yeah.
Yeah, she's allergic to dick.
Tom something.
Tom.
Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy boy.
We are good.
I don't think it's Tom Arnold. I think it was the first guy I mentioned.
John Goodman?
John Goodman.
He didn't marry Roseanne.
No, John. I was thinking the wrong dick.
Oh, okay, wrong dick.
Let me see this
Wow.
here.
All right,
But it's basically sort of a parody on the Joel Osteen kind of churches.
Oh.
But it gets into very dramatic, how they control the world and are not afraid to kill motherfuckers to keep their fucking things
The
going.
religion going?
To keep their fucking giant fucking Taj Mahal of churches.
Oh, I don't get
I need
it.
a new plane kind of guy.
Yeah.
So send me money.
Send me money. Yeah. Hey, listeners, we need a bunch of shit. As I was telling Ron, I need to. As I was walking out the door at 8:30.
Yeah, John Goodman. He's the father, so he's like the head preacher.
Oh.
And then Danny McBride, Adam Devine, and Edie Patterson, whoever that is, some lady. But they're all the like his kids. It's it's got 4 seasons so far.
Oh shit!
It started in 2019. I'd never heard of it.
What's it called again?
Righteous Gemstones. Their last name is Gemstone.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna watch
Righteous
that.
Gemstones on
I've been
Max.
looking for something.
Yeah. So
You were talking about you walked out the door saying something to.
Oh yeah. We need to win the lottery. I'm over it.
Oh.
Or Michael needs to come up with the next thing that we can make it.
I got 12 next things that are at various stages of never going to be completed.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good.
Well, can you just concentrate
Every single one of them have potential like a motherfucker.
Well, can you just like focus on one?
Have you met me?
I'm gonna
No,
help
you
you.
can't.
Roy, you want to go ahead
Brother,
and answer that?
Hey, brother, I love you.
He's an asshole. He can't do anything right.
To focus on one thing.
Should I just do a pick out of the hat, close my eyes? And be
Yes.
like,
Yeah, that might be a
Yes,
good
and
idea.
And then
One thing he does
give
go.
give me the hat with all the other ideas, and then when you complete that one,
You'll
and
give me one. You're going to ration me out.
I'm going to ration you. So when
One
that
at a
one
time.
starts making money, going okay, you got that one complete and done, and it's making $2.98.
Then we give the next one.
Then we give you the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does
Sound like a
make
plan?
good booze, though.
Boobs.
Booze.
I've been out there a lot lately.
I know
I've been
you have.
fucking- I was out there this morning. That's where I came from.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been busy.
I go-
I haven't drank since yesterday.
I go in the back
Good.
room and
Well,
there's
and I only
nothing in there.
the only reason I did yesterday was because I had time, and and I didn't want to leave.
Time and availability.
Well,
Why
no,
waste it?
I had to be within a quick minute of the location out there. So I went down to Iron Ore, had a few beers, played through, wasted $200 in a machine. I was up by 150 at one point. I'm like, I should stop now, but I'm like, no, I'm going bigger.
Right.
And then I
Welcome to
did not.
gambling.
And then I cashed out 18 cents.
Yep.
Yeah, I did the other night. I put a $10 bill in and got 37 something out of it, and I stopped.
See, I used to have a rule if I went up like 50, like if I put in 200, once I crossed 300, I would stop, or if I hit 100, I would stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't pay much attention to that rule because
Right.
I was like,
Who was bartending?
Russ.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting character.
he is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude though. I don't
I don't
Yeah.
know him.
Yeah, Russ, bald guy. He doesn't have to work. He's got like fuck you money for no reason.
Oh.
And I mean for a reason, but he doesn't have to work. He does it because he has nothing else to do.
One of those
Yeah.
guys.
So, so
He's funny. I
yeah,
like him.
he's our age. Our age.
Yeah, not mine.
No,
He's younger than I am.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think he's a year or two younger than us too. I don't know.
Okay, so
Anyways,
we're going to start a new plan for Michael.
Yes.
Complete one thing. We need money.
Okay, I will complete the.
I am tired.
The AI OnlyFans.
Yeah. That
Because I stumbled one. I think I've got the farthest along.
Okay, let's do that one,
We'll do that one.
and then set the other one to the.
The automated YouTube channels are not as far along.
Okay, so
So
let's,
we'll check
let's
in.
concentrate
And
on.
she's the one that could probably ramp up the fastest.
Okay, let's do that one then.
Just do that one. We will work on that starting tomorrow because I shouldn't have to go out to Merlin tomorrow.
Okay, and we got golf tonight. So
Golf tonight,
You're
yeah.
gonna be a good boy today.
Oh yeah, I'm going back out to Merlin after this. So.
Oh, well,
And I'm not going to Iron Ore.
You do got to drive by the Iron Ore.
No, I take the back way.
Oh, you go.
I go Azalea. Go out G Street to Azalea.
It's a fucking block away.
Yeah, but if he turns
You got to
left,
take a right instead
No.
of take a left.
If he turns left, you won't see
but
it.
I'm not seeing it. I know it's there. I know it's there.
Well,
no, I'm not.
That's like a female wearing pants. I know the pussy's there.
But do you? Not anymore.
Oh,
You don't. Not anymore. You don't.
You're right. You caught me.
Yeah,
You got me.
It may be tucked back so it looks like one, but don't be fooled. It sucks.
Oh,
it sucks.
like your guy over in at Subway.
Oh, Subway. Oh, I got
Oh,
a guy.
you got a guy?
Got a guy.
I think it's. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
You didn't check.
I did not check, and nor am I going to ask because
I
Who's
think-
Nora?
I think you should.
Nora. So
It's like Irene.
So every Friday we've been going over there and promoting our Friday night pop-up lounge. And so I've been going over to Subway. And I buy like 3 sandwiches.
Is that at the Medford store?
It's a Medford.
Okay.
So I buy 3 sub sandwiches and I have them cut them up in the section. So whoever shows up, hey, you want a fucking sandwich? Go get a sandwich. So the first Friday night I show up, I'm like looking at this individual
Person.
This person, I'm like, man, is that a transmission? I don't know. But she started making the sandwiches, and holy shit, they were like piled on full of meat, all this stuff. I'm like, got them over, and everybody's going, "Those are the best fucking Subway sandwiches we ever had."
Yeah, it was trying to win everybody over of like, don't judge me because I'm giving you extra. We're not charging anymore.
Yeah, and then the next day, so that was a Friday. Dan and I were working Saturday over there, so I went over and got us some lunch. Different crew ordered the same sandwiches,
Fucking half the meat.
half the meat. Then I went over last Friday night. Did the she was working, or
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
She was working.
They were working.
they were working, and I got the same great sandwiches again.
So did you ask her what her schedule was?
I
Like,
should've.
hey, can we get this dialed in at what days?
Apparently Friday night. She must work at night.
Okay.
But yeah, I think she was. I don't know. She apparently likes us.
So I saw a thing that
me.
the Oregon legislators everybody's upset because they had drag queens doing a dance
did.
on there on the
They
floor,
did.
and
Yeah,
I didn't see. I'm like, I don't see the purpose for it. Also, don't see a reason to be upset about it. But each side of it, I was like, I don't know what the reason was. Maybe there wasn't. I just didn't catch that part because nobody talks about that.
They want to have a little party outside of the
Was
chamber.
that?
They'd go for it, whatever. But it was on government time.
Well, it's always government time. You're an elected
Yeah,
employee. You don't have personal time.
Yeah. Go out and to.
Were these employees of the government? Or
No, they brought some guys in for, and I don't know if it was something or I know it's Pride Month, but I don't think that was it. I think there was an actual reason, but I don't know.
Yeah, and
maybe I should look. That's why we have
Like
this.
there was a
Google.
whole bunch of guys that went into the thing over in D.C. when Trump did his whatever that show was.
January 6th.
No.
The Apprentice.
No. He had the
You got another show.
Lincoln Center. He's in charge of that now.
Oh yeah.
He put himself in charge.
Trump is?
Somebody
What-
doesn't
what-
fucking take control.
Doesn't have enough shit to do.
What?
Or
Did
not
they?
do.
Did he fire Lincoln?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that Booth guy.
The
fired
booth
Lincoln.
guy
Yeah.
fired
Yeah.
Lincoln.
But yeah, they had a bunch of transvestites came in and had a good time watching.
No,
the
okay.
show.
So now were they transvestites or were they
Drag.
transgenders?
They're transvestites, and they could have been the same. I don't know.
Because I don't.
But they
Because
were-
I don't. For one, and I don't. Maybe I've got it all wrong. So any of our listeners that want to chime up and leave a comment at how fucked up I am on this, go ahead. I welcome that. Correct me in anything I say. But to me,
we
a
all do.
transvestite
We
was
try.
like the old term for a dude who just like fucking
Dressed up in-
made his dick hard wearing dresses.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he thought he was a woman or anything
No,
like that.
no.
Yeah, he liked
just-
wearing women's clothes.
he liked- and sometimes,
and
you know
I'm
what?
cool with
I'll
that.
throw a dress on and just how it rose my balls. But
Wow.
remember that one time? I mean,
No, Michael, I don't remember that one time.
but anyways, back to the original story. But then, transgender is somebody who actually identifies as the opposite.
and goes to the next
The nth
step.
degree.
They'll take the hormones, but they actually come across, and otherwise it's just, I'm a dude, I got my 5 o'clock shadow,
Right,
and
and I'm
I just
putting
like
on-
wearing a fucking thong
Right.
and fucking
Yeah.
bra.
Yeah.
I worked at a wholesale fabric.
Can't hear you,
place
Dan.
Down in,
One's a cross-dresser, which is the old term for tranny.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The transvestite was a cross-dresser.
Gender, so they're trans, they're trans.
yeah. So I was working at this wholesale fabric place in South San Francisco.
What'd they sell there?
I didn't forget. I think it might have been fabric.
Okay, at a wholesale
They
price?
sold,
Yeah.
they sold transmissions.
Yeah,
Transmissions?
but this one guy came in there, and it was obviously a dude. I mean, obviously, but he was wearing a dress, and he
Okay,
was,
that's cool.
walking through the warehouse, and I was like, all right, fine. I hope
Yeah.
you're comfortable. He's getting a lot of air, circulating
And,
around.
I don't have a problem with that. You can do that shit as long as you don't impose that will upon somebody else and call them out for being straight or being conservative or being whatever. As long as everybody respects their situation.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't.
They don't, and that's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
If you want to be gay with gay people. Don't be gay with fucking straight
Well, you
people.
can be gay with straight people.
No, because they're not straight people. They're gay. If you're being gay with straight people, that means the straight person is lying to everybody.
Yeah, we
Otherwise
don't
you're not being
we
gay.
don't know anybody like that.
No, I mean, we got, Bobby.
Bobby's gay as shit.
Yeah.
Queering a $3 bill.
But he didn't oppose it on anybody.
No,
No,
not
no,
until
no.
not until he gets drunk.
Oh yeah.
Then he gets flaming Bobby.
Well, then he gets,
He also cries a lot. He does. He also cries a lot.
sensitive.
purses
Yes.
his lips.
But no, I'm talking about imposing their
Imposing,
Their lifestyle.
gayness.
yeah.
their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And but don't blame me if I don't accept it, which I do. I have evolved as a human being. That before, catch me 25 years ago, I would have punched every one of them motherfuckers in the mouth. But now I have.
Now you're
grown.
mature. You've
I'm
advanced.
matured.
You don't have the anger issues you used to have.
I do not.
He's got different ones.
You got
Yeah,
different.
you got different anger issues, but not. They're focused.
But if
Just
you,
be focused.
If you want to be part of the LGBTQ, that's all I'm going to go.
You're not going to go through the whole alphabet and
fucking
then
alphabet.
add a
Because
plus.
no one knows what the alphabet is. So if you want to be
26 letters.
We used to call it back in the 80s gay. That was it.
That covered everybody.
That covered everybody.
And if you didn't like them, then they were a fag.
Right.
But it still covered everybody.
That's a cigarette.
Oh, it is
Not in
now.
this country.
Not in this country, but they were a fag if they were.
My brother
anyway,
says that.
It was just one generalization. And if they were cool, I'm cool.
Before that, it was queer.
Yeah, queer
When I was a
means
kid,
different.
it was queer. No, queer was.
But yes, I agree with you. But now,
But queer was also odd.
and that's why I mean it was different. They were different. They were queer. You're queer for something.
And now they're queer again, apparently.
Yeah,
Only some of them, though.
because that's part of the
Yeah.
queue.
Yeah.
No, it is the entire queue, not just part of it. It's the entire queue.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna
But
see
if you want to be that way, I am okay with that. But don't try to indoctrinate. That's the word I'm looking
I
for.
don't think that.
That you what?
Most of them don't.
Most
of them
that's
don't.
like most of them. You can say most of them are good people, and most of them aren't. What most? They're still they
More than half.
I'm talking.
Yeah, well, that's 50.
Okay. I
Plus
agree.
one.
I agree with what you're saying, Roy. But there's always a part of every group. Doesn't matter what they are. There's fucking wackadoodles, and there's people that overreach in every single group of society.
Absolutely.
And those are the ones that are the squeaky wheels that are getting the grease. No pun intended.
Too late.
But if they would just fucking leave it alone, and
When was the last time somebody tried to pick your ass or pick you up? Some guy.
they know better.
Yeah. See, that's.
But they
It depends where you go. If you go into,
I don't know. Maybe that guy, that thing that was making my sandwiches was trying to pick me up.
That's
Making
why he's like, I'm gonna give you all the meat.
All the
Give you
meat.
all the meat.
All the meat, dude. And some cheese.
no, because
And mayo just to lube it.
most men that are men that are masculine men.
Men.
I've been in gay bars. I've some of the funnest things I've ever done was go to a gay bar and have beers with people. They are hilarious. If they are flamboyant, gay Bobby, flamboyant as fuck.
Why can't he just be Bobby? Why does he have to have a?
Because
I like
we know
it.
other Bobby. We love
I
Bobby.
call
too.
him Fun Bobby.
Fun Bobby.
And
okay.
then he gets drunk, and then he's
Not
Then he's
fun.
gay Bobby.
but he's just, dudes, quit crying. Okay, I'm not going to sit here with you crying while we're drinking. I'll sit here all day long and drink with you, but stop fucking crying
Yeah.
over something that I don't even understand what you just said.
Part of
'cause
the
it's 30
problem,
words.
he doesn't take a breath between his drinks.
No, fuck no, he doesn't. He's worse than I am.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he
saying
is.
a lot.
No,
Yeah. And he's half my body weight.
yeah, well,
Okay, so Fun Bobby.
So Fun Bobby then
Fun Bobby,
turns into
3/4.
Crying Bobby.
Yeah, it turns into crying Bobby. That turns into flamboyant Bobby, and then everybody's got a dick.
Okay, so I asked AI, what does LGBTQIA plus mean, and did I get it correct? And it's like, yes, you got it correct.
Lesbian?
What, let me. I got the talking stick.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So it breaks it down by each one and exactly what it means.
You beat me to it,
Motherfucker.
We got the talking fly swatter.
yeah.
I was going to bring in a fleshlight because it's got lips on it. And be like, here's the talking stick. It's got the mouth.
You just
You
get
pass
big,
it around.
big long dong.
That doesn't have a mouth on it.
I remember him.
Big long dong.
Big long dong.
yeah.
Oh, that's a guy from the Ford. No, that's Ford Fairlane Fung.
Ford.
Edsel
That's
Ford
a
Fung.
Ford Fairlane Fung.
Edsel Ford Fung.
Okay, so it's not long dong.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Michael's
okay.
going to give us the explanation.
Yeah, here we go.
So according to ChatGPT, episode 4.0, yes, you got it correct. LGBTQIA plus is an acronym that represents a wide range of sexual orientations and gender identities. Here's what each letter stands for. L, lesbian, a woman who is attracted to other women.
Yep.
G, gay.
Okay.
Typically refers to a man attracted to other men, but can also refer more broadly to same-sex attraction. B, bisexual, a person attracted to both their own and other genders. Okay, so by that definition, let me stop right here. That would mean if it's a bisexual and it says attracted to both their own and other genders, if it's bi, there's only two then.
Yeah.
That's
why. That's why it's
bi
called
means
bi.
two.
Yeah. So then how could there be
Like
12 genders?
bi-cycle.
Oh.
By their own definition, there's only two.
Okay,
Anyways,
gotcha.
then you got transgender, a person whose gender identity is different from the sex they were assigned at birth. Then Q could be either queer or questioning.
How do you, am I splitting?
Split it.
Split it.
There's only 3 of one. Are we keeping the back stock here, or are we sending?
That's it. That's a general manager question.
I think we should keep the back stock here.
Yeah, probably keep the back stock here.
Yeah.
So basically, Q can be either queer or questioning.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, I haven't
Then
either.
there's demisexual, transsexual, pansexual.
Hey, if you don't have a headset on, you don't get to talk. Okay. So queer is an umbrella term for non-heterosexual and non-cisgender identities. Questioning is someone who, which should be obvious, someone exploring their sexual orientation or gender identity. I, intersex, a person born with physical sex characteristics that don't fit typical definitions of male or female. I'm going to ask for an example of somebody.
Yeah. It's a female with XY chromosomes.
Hermaphrodite kind of thing?
Kind of, yes.
But that
Yes.
would be a typical definition that you got a cock and a pussy.
That would be.
Now, if you got something that's not, it's maybe got thrown in the fucking meat grinder as it came out of your mom,
maybe,
then you can't identify it. But
maybe
anyway,
it's
so
got a big clit.
A is either asexual, aromantic, or agender. Asexual experiences
That's
little
straight.
or no. Well, it's no. Asexual experiences little or no sexual attraction.
Yeah.
Aromantic experiences little or no romantic attraction. Agender does not identify with any gender. And then plus represents all other identities that aren't specifically covered by the letters above, such as pansexual, demisexual, non-binary, gender fluid,
Which is
etc.
what Dan
That's where
said.
Dan's coming in.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to say, okay, so yes, LGBTQIA plus is a respectful and inclusive way to refer to the broader spectrum of gender. So, and I had a question to a friend of mine who falls into this category. And I asked her, I said, hey, so what does all that mean? So she went down the list, and I was like, and that's before they had the A and the plus, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
But I was like, so I know growing up when there was big, especially being in Hawaii, when I was living there, when there was, the gay pride parades and because there's a huge gay population there, at least they come there to visit. And I was like, you guys are, not you guys, but the people that are usually, that fall in these categories are we just want to be included like everybody else. Well,
They
then why?
are.
I know, but my thing is, okay, you guys want to be included as a whole, but yet everybody needs their own letter. Why can't we just go back to being gay? If you want to be included, or just being Steve, just be Steve.
I just looked up pansexual. It says sexually or romantically attracted to people regardless of their sex or gender. Isn't that like bi?
That's like bi gay. Yeah.
Bi gay.
Bi gay.
By gay.
No. And I agree with exactly what you're saying, Michael. Why can't we just go back? Everybody doesn't need to. If that's the way it is, the plus, I want the LGBTQ. What's after A?
B.
Plus.
Plus? The plus should be S.
Straight.
Yes. If I want to be identified, which I don't.
Too late. You're straight. There's no way.
Straight. I am
Straight
so
with-
straight. I eat a hot dog from the middle out,
Straight with questions.
But how many bites?
After,
like a fucking ear of corn.
He doesn't one bite still, but whatever,
I had a ear of corn last night. I didn't even cook
You
it.
didn't eat. You didn't eat it.
I didn't even cook it.
Why?
I didn't want to.
That's kind of fucking weird, man.
Do you cook an apple before you eat it? Why should corn be different?
Because you.
Because it's weird. Because society says.
Because society. Exactly.
Because you're a nonconformist.
I am.
I think
had-
raw corn is good.
Yeah,
I don't want to make a meal out of it, but good for you.
No, I ate the whole goddamn
But you
corn.
didn't. You didn't eat it from the end in, did you?
No, I ate it like a typewriter.
Right. You from the middle
Okay,
out.
so here we go. An example
You're
of
straight.
intersex. An
Right to
example
left.
Example of intersex. Androgen insensitivity syndrome, AIS. A person with complete androgen
me.
AIS is genetically male, XY chromosomes, but their body does not respond to male hormones during development. As a result, they may be born with external female genitalia and often raised as girls. Internally, they do not have a uterus or ovaries, but do have undescended testes. So their balls are stuck up inside.
Okay.
So
Many discover that they're intersex during puberty if menstruation does not start, leading to medical
Hermaphrodite.
evaluation. Not even hermaphrodite. It's
No,
just,
no, not even that.
This is just one of many natural variations in
like
sex
the word.
keratin.
So they got a hole and they got a clit.
Well, it says external female genitalia. So I think they just got the lips and clit. There's no, I don't think there's any hole, no place for it to go. But maybe there's a place for it to go because they say they don't realize that they're that until they get like X-rays and shit. So they've got a vagina probably.
Well, they got a pee.
They've got a pee hole.
They got a pee hole.
But no, they have.
I'm sure if
but
you-
everything inside is male.
I'm sure if you Googled it,
Come on in, Paul. Jump in. Come on, Bubba.
he is comfortably warm in the kiddie pool over there.
Exactly.
He's just floating in piss warm water right now because it's deep over here.
So being intersex,
Comfortably numb.
Being intersex is a
Great song.
biological trait, not a gender identity or sexual orientation. Intersex people can identify as male, female, both, neither, or anywhere on the gender spectrum. Oh, that's like the fucking the wild card. You get to choose
Yeah.
what you want
Yeah.
on any given day.
The Joker.
Let me know if you'd like any other examples. No, I'm good. I'm good.
No,
I'm good.
no,
I'm
my head's fucking.
And don't make any pictures.
I started getting a headache.
So okay, so my stance is you can be whatever you want in this world as long as you don't push it upon anybody.
It's like religion. Nobody wants it shoved down their throat unless you ask permission.
And if you
Yeah, I don't care what that preacher says.
If you want to
Not going in my throat.
yeah, that's the Catholics.
They don't have preachers?
No, they're priests.
Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
What's a preacher then?
Somebody does the same thing, but they're not Catholic.
Oh, so okay. So the
LGBTQ
the Catholic preachers,
plus ABC.
the Catholic preachers. Well, I think
I don't think you can be a Catholic preacher.
No, you're a priest.
That's a
so.
priest.
So what we're saying,
Or-
They got a title. They got a title.
what we're saying is only the Catholic religion molests kids.
No, we're not saying
Oh
that.
God, no! I doubt
People
that.
in the YMCA do that.
Well, then the Boy Scouts. The Boy Scouts is like the Bush League for the fucking Catholic Church. You're going to be a scout leader before you got to go
Dude,
be a pope.
it's the Twig League, not the Bush League.
Well, whatever.
Twig and berries.
Yeah, I don't know. But do they still have
fuck.
Boy Scouts? Or is
Yeah.
it just Scouts? It's just Scouts, though.
Well,
right?
it's Scouts of America now
Yeah.
because they fucked
They-
that up.
When I remember they were celebrating a big thing, I don't know, it was a couple years ago, about the first all-girl Boy Scout troop.
They call that Girl Scouts.
They used to, but not anymore.
I don't know why. See, they had to fuck it up.
What about the brownies?
Part of the Girl Scouts.
Well, that's the girl version of the Cub Scouts.
Right. So there's Cub Scouts, there's Weeblos, and there's Boy Scouts. What's wrong with that?
Who named it We Blow?
I don't know.
The guy, the fucking Scoutmaster, the guy that was trying to get into a Catholic church. That's why.
It was, yeah. But then they had the Brownies, and then they had the Girl Scouts. There might be Bluebirds. I think Bluebirds were
Before Browning.
before Brownies. Yeah.
I
They're
didn't have
little ones.
girls, so I didn't know. Nor
Yeah,
was
yeah,
my
yeah.
son a Cub Scout or anything. He was
Right. But they had different groups, so these motherfuckers just can't leave shit alone.
Leave well enough alone. Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with it until some asshole decided, oh, I want to impose my will on somebody else.
You know when that started? It's exactly about the time that women were allowed to vote.
Nixon.
Because they're like, we've been oppressed our whole life, so we're going to make all kind of batshit crazy fucking ideas.
Yeah, well.
Women?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
just asking.
Ask them how they're doing in Iran.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, they don't get to say shit.
They were doing okay during the Shah.
well, yeah, until the Muslims took over.
Yeah.
Tell Carter, put the Ayatollah folks in there or whatever, how it worked out during the 70s, 80s,
Yeah, and
whatever.
all of a sudden
78.
they got to start wearing the, whatever they're called.
Burqas,
Yeah.
or now Habib or Hajib or
Yeah.
Shabab.
Fucking weirdos, man.
Shabab, my baby. Ooh.
yeah. So, but how do they sweep the sand off the floors?
With a broom.
I would say
Except they're, wait a minute, they don't have,
Floors. They just have dirt.
They just have sand.
you got to keep going.
It's nonstop. It's like,
Well,
it's
next-
like mopping the ocean.
Next thing,
In the ocean.
next thing you know, you're 400 feet down with a bunch of
With
And
a-
you found your bunker.
And you found your bunker with
It's been exploded.
plutonium in it.
Yep.
Plutonium.
That's the shit you put in cars.
Yes.
You refine it.
They probably did find some plutonium.
Well, they have a lot of it there.
Hell yeah, they do.
Do they mine it there? Do they have? Is that a
Petroleum?
mineral that they have?
Petroleum?
No, plutonium is what I thought.
Oh, plutonium. No, they.
No, because the
Russians gave
Clintons
them a bunch.
sold ours to the Russians, and the
Some of
Russian
it.
gave them to it.
Some of it, yeah. And
Oh,
then the
this
Russians
should-
gave them
so-
a bunch.
So Trump is heading to the NATO summit,
How's that going to go?
I want to watch this
for a day.
Well, he'll be there as long as he needs to be there.
Well, it's in New York, right? Isn't that where the NATO bill headquarters
No,
is?
it's probably in
Switzerland or Sweden or whatever that
Europe
fucking...
somewhere.
Yeah.
But there's a big UN building in New York.
In the UK. That's what he said the other day.
Yeah, NATO's way different.
President of the UK, and he was talking to the guy from England. It's the UK, not... He called it the EU. Yeah.
Well, European Union.
Yeah, but they're not... England isn't in it. It's the UK. United Kingdom.
Because Brexit.
Yeah.
They left. They said,
left.
"Fuck you guys and your club. We don't want to."
A bunch of years ago.
Fuck you and your club.
Well, because the
Kind of like the suckers.
what you call it? You know, the royal family there. They're like, no, we used to own all this land. Why should we join your club? We got our own club. We should dictate the club rules.
Well,
Sure.
So not much being said on the Diddy trial in the news. At least I haven't seen it.
oh, you know
Yeah, there.
what? Diddy. Do-wah, Diddy, Diddy dum, Diddy do.
Well, that was for fucking April. I don't get why people repost shit from April.
Because they can. Same reason people climb fucking mountains.
It's not even worth bringing up. So
Yeah, well, if you don't climb the mountain, you can't see the view.
So you can from the bottom. It's just a different view.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Oh, it's a different. But do you want to see?
The bear went over the mountain to see what he could
You
see.
can. That's right.
Bear 8 Mountain.
And all that he could see was the other side of the mountain. An old song, as I recall.
Yeah, I'm not seeing much here. Not worth bringing up.
Yeah, it's pointless.
You know what? If there was no nipples, boobs would be pointless.
Good point.
Well,
They are a good point.
They are of great point.
Yeah, otherwise just be a mountain.
It would be a hill sometimes.
Well, yeah, a knob.
Maybe a bump.
just be boob.
No, there'd still be two.
Boobs.
Yeah. There's no nipples on them.
Well, it happens, I guess. Maybe if they're that one sexual thing, or
Oh, there's many sexual things.
the chicks with no dicks but balls.
Well, then there's chicks with dicks, and then there's
You
then
read
there's
the explanation.
No, that was not. That was dudes with pussy and balls inside.
But they're chicks.
They're whatever. Apparently,
I
whatever they
saw a
decide to
video
be.
with one of them and
They
said
could-
it was, and she looked like a chick.
Well, they are normally raised as chicks because they see vagina and they're like chick, but then they're like, well, then they do a CAT scan or whatever because the pussy, get it? But they find it there's no uterus or ovaries, so then they're like, well, you're genetically a male,
You're dude-ish.
which I just means okay, you got a tiny dick, and his balls are up inside.
Oh,
So,
okay.
could be a clit.
Could be.
well, that's basically what a clit is a tiny dick.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I've never really researched
So
it, nor will I.
If you're going down on a girl, you're flicking the bean. Are you?
Some girls got bigger beans.
Yeah. Are you sucking dick or
No. I think you're just
flicking the bean?
flicking the bean.
Okay.
Now she got a big old hairy set of balls hanging down underneath of it.
Yeah, you might
That's
wanna,
something
you might,
different.
you might
than
want to
an
have a
Adam's apple.
conversation then.
Yeah,
That's
you,
a conversation
you might
needed
want
then.
to refer to your chart.
Yeah,
Sure. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna make up a
Where's
chart.
my poster?
I'm gonna make up a chart and laminate it and put it right there on the
Right
fucking
there.
wall.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, we could
I'm just gonna do it and see if you notice.
Oh, notice.
put it right in front of the don't stub out your cigars.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and then fucking Dan did that yesterday.
He fucking snubbed one out. Oh,
Yeah, just to be a
just to be a dick.
yeah.
Well,
I can see
that's
that.
normal.
Is that Lager Dan?
Yeah.
I can see that.
yeah. Oh yeah. And you go,
Why can't you do that?
motherfucker?
Because it just
It smokes longer. If you just put it down,
Oh,
and
instead of let it burn out?
Yeah,
Okay.
You bury the head and
stinks and it.
you bury the head and it gets smaller. That's what happens.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah,
Well,
that's crazy.
So let's see. We bombed. We took care of that. Trump's going to NATO, and he's going to yell at them.
Tell
And
him
then
how
Roy
good he
said
is.
he's going to leave early because he got a golf game or something to
Yeah,
do.
it usually does. Or he's got to raise a flagpole.
Well, hopefully he doesn't fall asleep while they're talking.
No, he will. Well, he did during his parade.
He's tired. He's got a lot of shit going on,
Fell
man.
asleep twice.
Huh?
That's all right. It wasn't well attended anyway.
Oh no, millions and millions of people that attended it. It wasn't well attended.
You seen pictures?
What, the one in Washington D.C.?
Yeah. There was a few people there, but it wasn't huge. It wasn't as big as he wanted.
Well,
The bleachers
where did
were not.
you-
But
full.
wasn't the parade actually like for the Army birthday?
Yeah, allegedly, and his birthday too. It happened to be his 79th birthday.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently it was his fault that it was his birthday on. So what, was he
The
supposed to
Army.
delay his birthday or delay the Army's birthday?
You know, he wanted a march. He wanted a big parade like they have in Russia and China and
Well,
North Korea and
I
France.
think other presidents have done that same thing. I'm pretty sure of it.
there's never been tanks running down the streets that I know of in Washington, D.C. They might have a parade.
In 1776,
That,
in 1812 when the British came in,
or that one, yeah.
burned the
that was
Capitol,
that was a parade.
burned the White House.
No, but I don't think they had tanks though.
Uh-uh.
That's what I was saying.
They had horses and
They had horse-drawn tanks.
horse-drawn tanks. Yeah.
Horse-drawn tanks.
yeah,
And that Paul Revere guy.
That was in Boston.
So diving into this, so
Yeah, but they're like a block away from each other.
so do you think
I'll
so do you think it was
pretty
just
fucking close.
untasteful that he did something like that? Because it's been known in the world that other military leaders do the same thing.
I don't think it was cool. It was like, so what?
We're showing a force.
For what?
Because we're apparently the world's fucking police.
And like,
So,
yeah, we could.
We've
been normally doing it quietly.
Yeah, well, we're going to throw our dick out now.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see how big it is.
Oh, it's
I've
fucking
heard
huge.
stories that it's not. His isn't that.
Oh, I don't care about his personally, but you.
That's like what Reagan said: to walk quickly and carry a big stick or something
No,
like
that
that.
was Teddy
That's
Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
No, I think Reagan did too, and also Biden did. Well, he said no because Biden had a set, and he said something about Obama when he was his vice president, and it was a big thing about. Let me see if I can find it. And he says, "Yes, and the president has a big stick. Trust me," or some shit like that. And everybody's like,
I
if I can
don't
find that.
have a problem with show of force because I think that's what the military needs to show. Because I've been part of those show of forces many a times. They have a thing down in San Francisco called Fleet Week.
They have it all over the world or all over the country.
Yeah,
It's in New York, San Diego,
right. So that
L.A.
that's showing a force. That you're bringing in aircraft, you're bringing in ships to let everybody know, hey, look at that cool boat, look at that cool plane. They do it in Seattle. They do it in New York.
They don't do it on land though.
No, they can't. It's hard. It's
Well,
hard.
the ships are hard.
"You got to go fast at the beginning,
Yeah.
but then you slow down real
Yeah,
quick."
slow-
right.
quick,
You
yeah.
get a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, I guess.
So-
And you fuck up the ship that hits the.
Yeah, I
Rock.
think they should do it every weekend.
Yeah, we're saving money. Doge.
Doge money.
So
We'll get rid of shit that do $45-50 million.
well, yeah, we're getting rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse.
No,
So
we'd not. That was a fucking waste of money.
the waste of money. So what did they take away from you? Nothing.
But they're taking away all kinds of shit, other shit
No, but nothing's being taken away from you.
that I know of yet.
No,
They
no,
start
not-
fucking
not-
with my Medicare
No. Oh, no,
and my Social Security.
they're going to take that away. Is that
I
what you
have
said?
no idea.
Because they're not. They won't because they can't. So if they do anything, they make it better for you. They're taking if you're going to get on the Medicare train, they're going to take it away from all the fucking illegal aliens that are in the United
They
States.
can't
that are,
get it anyway.
You want to bet? I will bet everything I fucking own that undocumented.
Yeah, one guy got it.
That's one guy too many, Roy.
I agree.
Yeah. So there's a lot of undocumented people that are receiving benefits in the United States that don't deserve them because they're here illegally. How about take care of the American citizens first?
Okay,
How about that
so
first?
here's
Well, that's
the,
not going to happen.
here's
They
the-
don't
here-
take care of the fucking military
Here's
like
the,
they should.
here's the video of Biden saying
There's,
that
there's a long
Obama's-
list, but we don't need to take care of motherfuckers that don't belong here.
Ooh, I made it.
Now is the time to heed the timeless advice from Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly and carry a big stick.
The
I
fuck was
promise
that?
you, the president has that big stick.
Of course he does.
I promise you.
I promise you.
That was in 2012.
Oh, apparently he's got a big stick.
I promise. So yeah, so now we're just carrying a big stick, just like Obama did.
Well, so
And then we drop bombs too, but
yeah,
whatever.
somebody brings out their big stick for everybody to look at.
Yeah, but sometimes you just got to bomb a fucking nuclear factory,
I think we're on a
enrichment facility.
I think it's very important to get rid of the possibilities. You need, I don't know what the percentage of uranium that you need to make nuclear weapons out of.
As far as the enrichment process.
But to make nuclear power, you don't need that much. It's a very small amount. And when you're at that 80 percentile, you're not making fucking nuclear power.
Maybe it's very efficient nuclear power. You don't need as much.
Very efficient.
Maybe you.
It's like having a hybrid
I mean,
car.
were you going
Very
to like
efficient.
power the world? We're going to run extension cords?
No, it's that instead of needing a brick of plutonium like this, you get like a size of a dime.
Oh, so really
Like you keep it in your pocket.
You watch your leg fall off.
Everybody carrying around a coin.
A coin, yeah, just a challenge coin of plutonium.
I've got one in my pocket. But it's not plutonium.
Oh, God, I hope not, because
Well-
it gets Trump with polymio.
Yeah, could you stand over there? So I was driving down to Arizona a fucking month and a half ago now, and I was wondering,
You
first
probably
off,
think a lot, don't you?
oh yeah, no, I love
got
I love
nothing
those,
else
just
to
those
do.
fucking long drives of fucking listening to
It's so
Joe-
boring out
different
there.
pubs.
You get on 395 and
No, I went down straight down I-5 all
Oh,
the way
no shit.
to Tejon Pass, and I stayed the first night in
Bakersfield.
when you go over to Tehachapi and all that,
whatever. I don't know, it's been a long time. I can't remember.
Needles and all that,
I don't remember.
Bakersfield.
Yeah, I went to Bakersfield, but Tejon Pass, there's a Hampton Inn there I stayed at overnight. And then,
We know where that's at.
yeah, and then I took off on whatever it is to go towards,
15, 10.
I think it's 15 to 10.
Oh, you went down to L.A. and cut over.
I cut over north of LA, Pasadena, through Pasadena.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. You went the long way.
You're better off going through Bakersfield. It's a nicer ride. It's hotter than fuck. but it's
Yeah, I'll do that
nicer
next time. But
What
I was
else
gonna
is
say-
dictated by
But there
the
was a
power?
shit ton of Indian tech support Indians restaurants with frickin' giant billboards, and then you go by the exit where it's at, and you can see it, and it's like this little fucking tiny shack. I'm like, how much money do they make in that fucking thing to where? And there was numerous ones through that area.
ride. They make a lot of money on tech.
No, but for the restaurant, have they got a call center in the basement or
Yeah,
something?
they do. Yeah, more
probably.
likely.
So, yeah,
they got 4 of them in the
This
back
is,
of the kitchen.
yeah, my name is Paul.
Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. And then driving by certain areas, going probably on 10 to where just hundreds probably of acres of solar panels.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
There's a lot of sun down there.
a lot of sun. I'm like, I wonder if they do the math of how much.
South of Vegas on the way towards Hoover Dam,
Yeah.
there's a fucking, I thought it was a lake.
Yeah, I drove past that on the way back because I
Yeah,
went to
but-
Vegas on the way back.
Yeah.
Those are only going to be good until they have to replace them.
Well, and I'm just wondering the amount of heat that produces or generates just because of that large black surface.
Let's talk about global warming now,
No, we can't.
because it doesn't exist.
No, but that's why AOC says that climate change is the reason that the illegals are coming up here from.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
There might be something to that, though, because they can't grow their crops. They got to get the fuck out because there's no water. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're saying that they're needing amnesty, not jobs. That's why they're coming across. It's that
Oh, their asylum.
asylum. That's the one.
Asylum.
They need a job.
We need a job. We give them
Well,
jobs. I have no
we'll
problem.
give
with
them a
that.
job.
Just get a visa, work visa.
Yeah, just go.
Yeah, there's a-
go stand in line.
There's a number they have for that, and I can't remember what it is, but it's like a work visa.
Yeah, and you get so many months
I
at a
am-
time. Then you got to
I am-
reapply.
I worked with a
Good with
bunch of
that.
guys, the Mexicans that they came across. They'd work for a while.
Yeah, then they-
send their money back. They'd send pounds, like boxes
Bricks,
of nails,
bricks.
so they could build their house.
Yeah.
They'd go back for a while, and then they'd come back.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So that is not an asylum seeker. That is a migrant worker.
Yeah.
That they're
problem
willing to-
is when
they're
you
willing
get-
to send all their money home to make their life better down there.
Yeah.
Off the backs of the U.S. government or the U.S. economy. I'm going to say
Yeah.
government, the economy, to not spend it right here.
But they also spend a bunch here. I know when I
Well,
lived.
if they got a mini mart
And they
there.
pay their taxes.
Well, no. When I lived,
If
when
they
I,
pay taxes, yes, absolutely.
well, if anybody on a work visa is going to be paying their taxes.
Right. They don't get any benefit from it, but they.
No, anybody employed in the U.S. pays their taxes.
But they do. I know when
As long as they're not doing it for cash.
when I lived outside of Fresno area.
The smart bosses give them cash.
Yeah. And they had the huge cotton fields there, and so whenever payday was, yeah, they would hit the frickin' local shops and things like that and buy random shit to send home, like
Right. Yeah.
like clock radios and stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
so yeah, they would spend a lot.
And I'm
Yeah.
good with all that. I am good with all that if they're documented.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem I have is the hordes of them coming off under asylum and not being vetted. You know, that's my biggest thing is who's
Once
vetting
again,
them.
fixing the system.
Yeah.
Because the process is not good. Well, Roy's,
No, Dan's going crazy. Sending stuff.
is he sending this stuff? Only to you.
So yeah, so
So Dan, did we get a bunch of shit in? You like it?
I do.
You get a little tingle in your
and
your lower your lower units of your LGBTQ plus this.
And our wonderful manager over there is really stoked too. She's all.
Oh. Okay, so you sent her.
you got a new manager?
We do got a new manager.
Nice.
We do. We
Has she
got-
stolen anything yet?
Not yet.
Okay. She's only been here. She's going through orientation first, yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't figured out the. No. Honestly, when we've gotten like a shit ton of people that have responded to our Indeed ad. I haven't found one that's worth a fuck yet because they all worked at Burger King or at McDonald's.
Oh no, because they go through and
fuck.
just checkbox everything and say apply, and it does it for you. You
Yes,
know, that's the problem
yes.
with Indeed.
But interesting stuff. So
What
we'll
you-
go through some of those.
What I used to do with the Indeed ads is to sort of filter out, I guess you could say. It doesn't always work, but you have them, just pick a test that might apply to the position, and then say this is required. And if they don't do the test, then their application doesn't get
Okay,
passed
I
through.
gotta dig.
Yeah, dig
deeper
into that.
it. Okay.
And if they still got it, it's been
Because
a few
apparently
years.
it's gonna and I got about another 48 hours, and it's gonna cost me $35
For what?
for the fucking Indeed.
No, you
The-
can
the
keep it
po-
free. You can keep it free. What they do is they'd be like, whatever, sponsor this post or whatever in big letters. Underneath it in the tiny fine print that your blind ass can't see is like, no, just keep it free.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's a link in there somewhere that's hidden because you don't have to pay for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I gotta find the keep it free button.
yeah, it's in there. But yeah, add on just a simple like computer skills test or some shit like that. Something that you could make it legitimately tied to that job.
Yeah, because of
And then the ones that are just clicking and sending aren't going to take that effort to fill out a 12-question test.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So we're gonna.
And you can also see the
apparently
ones
we're
that
gonna
do-
have to make Michael director of
One that-
human resources.
Yeah, I'm the one you want doing your HR problems. Yeah,
That's for goddamn.
yeah,
I thought I was going to be a bad
Blow me a kiss.
yeah. No, and what also lets you do the ones that actually do take the test and the most basic simple ones, and they fail the fucker. You're like, just fucking get out.
Yeah.
Because it'll rate them on like proficient, passed, or whatever, and then just not even fucking close. It'd be like a fucking donkey picture will show up. And I think you can adjust it too. It's like only the ones that fucking passed mid-range at least, or whatever.
I'm just waiting for someone to come in. The customer is like, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing. I mean, that's how Christian.
Yeah, the new guy.
Yeah, I basically got tired of him hanging out. I was like, dude, you want a job?
Yeah, get tired of him hanging out.
Yeah, you don't have to spend enough here, so let me pay you.
Yeah.
You're taking up a chair, let me pay you.
No, he spends money. We haven't figured him out yet, but he spends money. He's a good kid.
So Twilight, we're up in the 9th again.
No, I think we're better than 9.
No, it's 9th. I looked yesterday.
Was it 9? I thought we were.
We were
like-
in 11th last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's the top 8.
Yeah.
We don't
so
want to.
we're-
We don't want to fuck it up and be golfing in August.
I know. That's the
Are you
thing.
going to be out early?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you get those last couple of weeks where the playoffs are, it's hot as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you just play the first one and get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then they water the fucking course.
And it's humid, yeah.
And it can grow rice in your armpits.
It was hot last week, and even though it wasn't hot, it was still hot.
Well, what the fuck are we supposed to be today? We're supposed.
We're supposed to be in the 80s today.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's warming back up.
I don't want that, you cocksucker.
Cocksucker.
I keep getting push my weather, and I keep getting my fucking calendar.
Well, maybe it's asking what day
Finally,
you want
it
the
came
weather.
in. No, fuck you. We're supposed to be 85 today. 86 by
Hey, so
4 o'clock.
any update on the guy last week that had his little mini stroke in the parking lot?
Oh,
Is he good? now?
funny you should ask that because
Is it funny?
Fucking hilarious.
No, it's not hilarious, but
Because they dropped to fourth place. They were solid first. Now they're in fourth.
because we whooped their ass that night.
Well, because you minus the guy that couldn't play.
Well, he could have played with a mini stroke and one eye not working.
Yeah,
Come on.
just
So-
swing with one arm.
So what ended up
The weird lamp. I don't know.
on Thursday last week? He is being released. They did the scope. The PFO hole will need to be repaired.
PFO.
Pretty fucking awesome.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, that's pretty
no,
fucking
organized.
outstanding.
Pretty fucking,
Outstanding.
outstanding. Yeah.
He was to wear a heart monitor for 2 weeks, then evaluate that to
Like
an
Ward.
AFib, following up with a cardiologist, and 3 to 4 weeks gut surgery, blood thinners. So apparently it was a heart into the head.
Coumadin shit now.
We'll also have appointments through neurology and ophthalmologist and general. So,
So his brain in his eyes.
yeah.
Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, he was fucking scared. It was a scary deal.
Yeah, it is. Anytime somebody goes
You know,
down
and he
like that.
and Billy's a fucking man's man.
He
He
drove there.
he
He's like, I got this. I'm gonna go golf.
yeah,
Kind of wobbly, but I'm gonna drive.
I'm gonna drive.
Yeah. So
No,
we.
he's been working out in the
415 yards he's going to
in a
drive.
fucking paver. I mean,
Yeah.
smelling all those chemicals and bullshit.
In the heat when it's 140.
Yeah, he's on top of he was out doing excavation out at Trav's place and
shit.
was probably hot and drank 30 or 40 beers during it.
And no water.
And no water.
Yeah.
There is more than 90% water in beer, depending on the beer, but most of them are 95, 94%.
Diuretic though, isn't it?
Eh.
Once you have your third beer, well, once I have my third beer, I start trading.
It takes to be about 5 till I get to that
Fine
level.
until you break the seal.
Till I break the seal, and then
the
just
seal.
it's-
I'm
then
Speaking of
it's,
breaking the seal,
then it's one
speaking
for
of
then it's
breaking
one
it.
for one.
Yeah, I'm after you.
So yeah, other than that, my life was pretty uneventful in Arizona.
Well, it's pretty eventful here.
Yeah.
So long as they don't try to or think they can try to impeach Trump.
Oh, so the building we're in, it's up for sale. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
The owners texted Scott last week, Thursday or Friday. Sonny did and said, "Hey, just to let you know, we're putting the building on the market next week." And sure enough,
They did.
yep.
Okay.
So we'll be interested to see how much takers. Because
What-
every place else in the world, breweries are shutting down. So it's like,
Yeah, it's kind of turning into a thing. And I mean, the beer bubble has gone.
yeah, well,
I mean, there's going to be the ones that survive, and it's going to be like a
it's
little
all
micro thing.
Well, it's
again.
all who can do marketing.
Yeah.
and who the draw is. Just they've got a great local spot. If somebody can turn that into a great local
Yeah,
spot and not think they have to survive on distribution and competing for a short store space.
As far as the restaurant goes, they survived for many years, but to be a brewery, yeah, no.
Yeah, they want like 1.2, I think, for the
1.2.
for everything, for building and brewing and all that.
Oh, and so yeah,
That's
not a lot of people walking around.
No,
with
and
one.
that building needs a lot of work.
Yeah, even though they put a ton of money into it the first go around.
Yeah, but they put so the Climate City folks put a shit ton of money into that building. Did not touch the kitchen,
Yeah,
and that kitchen was fucked.
It was fucked
Back
up.
then. It's fucked worse now.
I cooked in that kitchen.
Oh yeah, that's
was
right.
fucked.
Yeah, and it's it was not much any better then. So
Incredible. Well, and also the goat. That building's for sale.
is it for sale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great building.
It needs a lot of work too.
It does. All
It's
those old buildings, 'cause nobody maintains
Because
them.
you guys looked at that space
Well,
right next to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was an empty warehouse type thing.
It's basically the backside, but
Right.
and it was just a bare cavity.
Yeah.
And then they were supposed to be a coffee shop going into where the goat expanded the bar to.
Right.
Because then the goat's moving to the Elks Lodge.
Not a good move on my part. I don't think that's a good move.
No, not at all.
It's a weird fucking building.
Now you're a destination, and
The room's open.
I mean, I would have done everything possible to stay in the building that they're at, negotiated a better buy take money and reinvest into it.
Yeah.
And because you are in the core of
That's the fucking
that
right
corner
down there.
right there is fucking
every event happens on that street.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the Christmas tree, the art on the road, everything happens on that street.
right there. You are there. Now you're going to be over there on
Fucking
4th and
because
and-
the fact that you don't
and
even know
K,
where know the cross streets means it's in a bad location.
yeah, because my
Yeah.
grandmother had a little house there once.
Yeah.
When I
It's like a 4th and J or K or something.
K Street.
J or K. Well, I think it spreads. Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
block there.
it
J
takes
and
the whole
K.
block up. But yeah, it's
L.
L.
No,
that is K.
That is K.
That is K.
Yeah. It's in between K and L.
Then J and K.
J and K. Yeah.
Because L goes the other
There
way.
we go, J and
L
K.
goes more towards Bridge. But
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's
And 4th and 3rd, right?
unless they got a fucking smoking deal,
Fourth and fifth.
a smoking deal on that Elks Lodge.
They did not.
And
They paid well over $1 million for that building.
yeah, and I don't know
And
how
it's
much.
a fucking trap.
Well, it depends on how much. I mean, because there was just weed people growing weed in there for the last X number of years.
Right.
And so, I mean, they probably have a great air handling system,
But,
but probably not infrastructure on anything else.
and all the asbestos and shit that's in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, and that's why that's why the Elks Lodge, they couldn't afford the upkeep. They were paying
Right.
like $20 grand a month in utilities and shit for that fucking giant ass 14-story building with
with the
4
basement.
bars and basement, and
I mean,
Yeah.
it's got some cool stuff to it, but
it's got a lot of character, but it's also got a lot of detriment because of the way it's set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, having
You gotta
multiple floors. If you want to do a single kitchen and have different things, now maybe you want to do a small little prep kitchen for an upstairs bar that only does fucking
Tapas
pizzas
or
and
something.
fucking tapas type little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, everything's deep fried, so
Right.
it's easy.
Yeah.
Maybe you do
So-
that, but
So with that being said, on your building for sale, are you guys just going to eventually just fade off into the
depends
sunset?
on who buys it. You know, because them had told us they're not going to renew our lease, so we were going to be out a year from September anyways.
Right.
If
right.
new owners come in and be like, "Hey, yeah, well, you can keep it," then we'll stay.
I don't know why you guys just don't take over this building and just be wonderful.
Oh yeah, because it's and I know it's worth the $6.8 billion that he was asking for. It would be a steal, but I know
Somebody.
I know the guy that did most of the plumbing. Not quite sure his license is up to date.
Or I know some of the guys that did the electrical, but then some not.
Some not, yeah.
Depends on what time of day it was.
You're right.
What day exactly?
Hell, I might have done some of the electrical. I don't know. I was in here a lot of times sitting
Yeah.
and drinking beer, and he'd be like, "Hey, I need an outlet over there." I got this. Give
Yeah.
me another beer.
Yeah.
Wire cutters and a.
Nah,
They call 'em
you just
dikes.
Pull them up. You just ball it up.
Yeah,
Keep-
you're
that
right.
way you got extra if you want to extend it later.
We could rent from you and it'd be wonderful.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm not doing that.
Fucking.
I'm doing upstairs bar though.
Up there.
You could
No, I'd
make-
rather have it with you.
Oh, that would be. Speaking of that, how was that one down there on G Street?
Which one?
The boat.
The Bohemian. What I understand, and I've been in there like
I've
once
never
or twice.
been in there.
It's a cool building, but the people that were big fans of the Bohemian hate it
Oh,
because
it's not,
they like the little small quaint
right.
thing. Now it's basically when I was in there, just a giant white room, and then they've got the outdoor bar upstairs bar outside, which you've got a view of Papa Murphy's or Papa John's.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
maybe there's sign flickers so you can see something, but other than that, there's not really any view because it's got a high wall.
Well, you can see the mountains.
You can see the mountains from here. Well, no, maybe not.
Well, there's one right
There's
there.
one right there, yeah, with a freaking antenna on it. But
Well, we had the door open. We could see all kinds of shit.
but I guess it's very, and I guess the dude that owns it is just, or whoever owns it now, they're just fucking losing their ass. Because it's very, inefficient. They've got a dynamite brand new kitchen when they built it. But now you've
brand
got
new building.
You got a bunch of people want to sit in the upstairs outdoor patio thing, rooftop bar, and now you've got servers that I guess apparently you can't have two people on the stairs aren't wide enough for two people to carry food up or down at a time or plates or whatever.
They should have put a dumbwaiter in.
And you can't use it.
Oh,
during
they hired a few of those.
Oh.
And then I think they weeded those out. But no, yeah,
Well,
that's
you can't use it during the winter because it's too fucking cold and wet, snowy, whatever. And then the summertime it's too fucking hot.
yeah. And
I've had the pleasure of going to Nashville, and that's the way all of downtown Nashville is, down on Broadway, where they got huge buildings that are 4, 5, 6 story tall buildings, and
all
every
walk up.
level has a fucking bar at it.
yeah.
And you want to go to the top bar because that's the outside one that if you're a smoker or if you want to hang out outside and look at the skyline,
Yeah.
it's amazing. Except for going up the 6 flights of stairs.
Oh,
that
they
you
don't have
had
an
to get
elevator?
there. And yeah, well, they got an elevator and maybe go to the 3rd floor, but not to all the way to the top.
Yeah.
But most of them that we went to did not have an elevator.
They're probably old as shit.
And it
buildings.
got to a point that
Fuck it.
Scott and I was like, "Fuck you! We're not going up another 6 flights of stairs."
Yeah.
First floor's good.
There's in Corvallis, they've got it's Sky High Brewing, I think it is, in the middle of town, and they're the tallest building in town, and they have a rooftop bar, but it's seasonal, and it's just a whiskey bar. So it's a whiskey, and then you can smoke cigars up there or whatever.
Okay.
But the fact that my son was there in school, so I never got to go there during the time it was open. Every time I went there, I'm like, oh shit, no, it's freaking November, it's closed. So
Right.
but it's because it was the tallest building in Corvallis. It fucking great view.
Yeah.
Because even the step down, they had an outdoor patio there, and the view from that one was great.
I think
See the
with the
mountain?
All of them.
with the right marketing and the right venue and everything, that probably that building down there on G Street would be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Because during this time of year, who doesn't want to?
Well, outside there's
They've got the
couple
greatest
umbrellas.
outdoor
freak out
patio.
there.
Yeah.
You make it a smoking area up there on half of it. People still go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go sit somewhere else. Go inside.
Yeah, go inside. But if you just really cater to that, you can make money hand over fist in this town if people just put in the work.
Yep.
They got to put in the work, and I got to go put in the work. I got to go.
Yeah,
eat.
you were talking about that like 4 hours
I
ago.
know. I got to make this.
Seal has broken.
Yeah.
Looks like he blew a seal. It was ice cream.
Was not ice cream.
No.
Maybe a cream pie or something. I don't know. No, that's different. That's a different thing.
Creamsicle.
Creamsicle. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, orange and vanilla.
Orange and vanilla. Orange sickle.
Orange sickle.
Orange creamsicle. Or cream orangesicle.
Yeah, whatever. You knew what I meant.
Or it's a fudgicle.
Oh, no, that's now you're getting weird.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do that sometimes.
Yeah, not you.
I,
Never you. So yeah, it's I think it's going to be a gorgiosio day. It's going to be warm,
Yeah.
but that's okay. I got my windows open in my truck, not all the way, because I don't trust all the riffraff. But
Yeah, I don't see how G leaves his car out there with the top off. Just for the assholes that drop shit in it,
Yeah, when I had my Cadillac, I did the same fucking thing. It's like, it's getting closed. But I don't have that now. I got my muscle car running again.
Really?
Yeah.
When are you going to start driving it?
As soon as I get new tires, because they keep dropping down. They probably just need valve stems, but yeah. No.
Hard to keep air in them without valve stems.
It is.
I found it. I've
Yeah,
tried.
It keeps going.
Yeah.
So that's all right. What the fuck? But it's a cute little fucker.
And it's probably fun to drive.
It is. It's like driving a go-kart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you're low to the ground. It's got, I would call it positive steering because you go,
Well, it's probably no power assist either, right? Does it have a little bit of power assist?
yeah, it does. Yeah.
But it's not. It's probably the old rack and pinion style.
Yeah, I don't think it's,
Yeah, you've got a little hydraulic pump that helps push the thing left and right, and that's it.
A
Yeah.
little ram left, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun little fart. It doesn't have any clearance. I mean, I can hit bottom going out of my driveway because of the bumps.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, fuck.
There's probably got a pretty stiff suspension too, I imagine.
Oh yeah, it does.
Not
Yeah.
a lot of wheel travel going on there.
No, well, Dan wants to put 35s under it.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
That's
He wants to.
that's the redneck side of him coming out there.
He wants to jack it up, put a lift on it and put 35s there.
Yeah, don't do that.
I wouldn't be able to turn it. It goes straight, great, but I got turns to get out of my road.
You want to turn.
I do. I like that. If you're going to be driving, unless you're in Utah on the race course,
Yeah.
or going across a salt flat somewhere, and it's straight as can be for 100,000 miles. By the time you leave Wendover to get to Salt Lake, maybe you got 2 turns.
Yeah. Well, and that's one thing I do like about driving the Nevada route back from Arizona is just that freaking 100 miles of just nothing but straight, flat road.
Tonopah and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Goldfield
And-
and all that. Yeah.
And,
all the way to the Fallon.
75 or 80 mile an hour speed limit, and you can pass semi trucks because you can see for freaking
Ever.
100 miles.
Yeah, the only turns you got, I guess, is what.
Well, right, going through Tonopah.
Yeah, Tonopah, you got to slow down, but then Henderson, you got to drive around the bunkers, the ammo bunkers,
Oh, yeah.
and then go by the lake, and then.
Then that's it. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's interesting. It's a fun road. Boring as sin sometimes.
Well, and it's just the thinking about every little podunk village that you go through, and why it was established for what mining or whatever
silver, turquoise,
stagecoach stops or mail stops or whatever their history is there, and you're thinking. I would assume that all the brothels that you pass.
Oh yeah, out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Well, because nobody wants to be seen going in and out of them. But
it's 14 miles of.
But it's also. Could you get something a little nicer than a fucking shitty ass trailer?
Like or 8 of them to put all put together.
Like it's a fucking and it's like can't you make a nice building?
There was a restaurant, Victoria
Station. That's in Merlin.
No, it was a restaurant, and they had railroad cars they put together. There was one in San Francisco. There was one up in Vancouver, BC. They had other places, but they were all railroad cars shoved together, kind of like the container, the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you walk into one and walk through the other, and fuck, they had good food though.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. See, I could do something like that. I just don't want a brothel that looks like a bunch of like a freaking trailer park.
Yeah,
it's basically I'm like no, because that doesn't scream hot chicks. I've got the white trash.
Well, there's the one north of Barroom, Silver something.
Oh, I didn't go through Barroom.
I've been by it. And it's like way the fuck out there, another 5 miles off the road. But you can see the trailers, and then there's one north of Tonopah somewhere.
Yeah, that's the one. And that one, I think there was one on the left and one on the right.
Yeah.
Going, what does this keep? With around Tonopah area. Because that's the only ones I think I could see from the highway going up that way.
Yeah, I think so.
Once I got north of Vegas. Because I actually stayed in Summerlin. I didn't stay in Vegas this time.
Pahrump is the first legal brothel.
But that's south of Vegas, right?
It's west of it.
West.
You go over the bump for a hump in Pahrump.
Shit, that was a mistake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I left the chair and I went inside the shop.
Oh, got involved with shit?
I got involved. I did.
You got to stop doing that. We got shit to do here, dude.
I know. My priorities are all...
Yeah, they're all fucked up.
Goggle fucked.
And I got to calm down. Just stop being pissed at G for getting work done.
I know. That's why I told Ron, I said I need to win the lottery. Or just get Michael focused on one thing.
Huh? You say something?
There we go. Okay,
perfect.
So you're going to be sober tonight. We can talk about things.
Yes, we will. We'll dial up a plan.
We'll dial up a plan up.
A schedule.
How much is this going to cost me?
I know that you like to be independently wealthy. I want to be independently wealthy where I have fuck you money.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
What do I got to kick into this?
Nothing. It's all pretty much free to set up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we
just collect the money?
We just collect the money.
Yeah, we're invested already.
What I do is I set up a system, dial it in, get it working, and then just replicate one for you.
And we walk away.
Then we walk away, and it just
generates
Michael
money.
Manages for a small fee.
Yeah.
For a small fee, okay.
15-20% of whatever. And
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
how about 7.5?
We'll talk.
Okay. Well, we are.
Yeah, the beauty of it is that you won't know how much it makes, so I can say, 7.5.
Here's
7.5 when it's actually 40. But
whatever.
Well, no, because then when it happens, because that whole plan that I had.
I want to landscape my house, so I need more.
You want to landscape your house or your yard?
Yard.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I want to landscape my house.
You want to put grass on there? Do like the.
That is actual thing.
Yeah,
you know when mycorrhizal, but that was cool when they first did it. Now I think it's sort of bad advertising because it's always fucking dead.
It looks dead, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like, dude, throw a fucking hose up there.
Yeah.
Because your product is so great that it does everything, but your grass is dead.
Yeah.
The root system is actually called IRMA.
Was that the lady's name that designed it?
No, it stands for
environmentally
responsible.
Yeah, it's an IRMA system where you do everything backwards. So, and then you plant grass or you plant things on top of it to make it more.
They used to have houses in Europe like that.
Well, they still do.
They would call that Adobe huts. Yeah, Adobe huts. They also burn really easily.
Oh yeah.
Not even that Adobe doesn't, but the thatched roof.
The Hogan.
Yeah.
Down there.
The Hogan?
Hogan.
They'll be like, where'd she go? Oh, Hogan.
Hogan. Yeah.
Oh, and we're playing the front, so we can concentrate.
Oh, yeah. We flat grounds. We don't have to worry about corners and fucking.
Last week, that back just tore me. And I didn't shoot bad.
No.
I didn't shoot great. But
there was always just enough of a shit shot that fucked up your hole.
Right. Yeah, I had a shit shot on every hole, but I did tie Travis. I did make him.
That's true. You made him work.
I made him work, and he shot like a 34.
Yeah.
He should have because he's a fucking 2 handicap.
Yeah, he was shooting like a 4, though.
Yeah, he was shooting like a 4.
But
like a 4.
But I made him
I
earn
tell him every shot. I'd be like, it's not what a 2 shoots like. That's more like a 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
And actually, for him to come off of the thing with Billy,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
be able to
that was-
shoot, but that's why we got 4.5 instead of 9.
Yeah. Exactly.
And,
I didn't even see the end score. I went in with him, but then I ended up.
Well, I tied. You beat. You shot really well last week for not giving a fuck.
Yeah, I was just fucking out there.
And then, so you beat that other guy, Jim, and then I think Rodney beat.
Okay.
And then the blind. I don't know what the blind ended up doing.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he was doing.
Blind guy?
Yeah,
The blind guy?
the ghost.
The ghost.
Because their guy apparently couldn't. He was the blind guy in one eye, but that whole TIA.
Yeah, we're not. We're in contention.
We're in contention. We're and
But we'll fuck it up.
From position 9 till about 6, I think it's only about a point and a half.
Yeah,
so it's pretty tight.
tight.
And we're ahead of Donnie Carter's group now again.
And I have been playing really good golf.
Well, in the front, you've been killing it.
Yeah.
That's the front. You've really fucking. That's when you're hitting the low nets.
Yeah.
So hopefully tonight you get a low net. It'll put us up in the first.
There you go.
We started the season in second
We did.
for a week.
I don't want to be in first. Then you're a target.
Yeah. Well, then there's expectations of greatness and
We can just
Grandeur.
We can just cruise into a solid 5th or 6th. We'll be okay.
5th or 6th.
And then we get knocked out in the first round anyway.
That's
so we
fine.
got one.
Yeah, 1 week.
Toodaloo.
Just to
Thank
say
you.
we did it. Say we did it.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, yeah, brothels.
Brothels?
Yeah. So yeah, we
Brothels?
were talking about whorehouses.
Well, I was
And,
just talking about because my drive back, I went through Nevada instead of going down, come back through I-5. So
Did you
in-
go to the Kitty Cat Ranch?
No, I didn't go to any of them, but I drove past a few, and I'm like, you know what? I would assume that they make a decent amount of money there.
One would think.
From the videos I've seen on interviews with sex workers and stuff at work at Bunny Ranch,
Yeah.
the yada 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 club, it's not fucking cheap
No.
to go in there to get a piece of ass.
No,
It's not-
you're looking like $800 to $1,000.
It's not like going down on Fremont Street in Vegas and getting a $20 blowjob.
Well, and that's but it's not.
I don't care what that guy's name is.
But because I'm assuming their target clientele is not us guys sitting around the cigar cave. It's the fucking Michael Jordans, and that's why they're out in the middle of fucking nowhere
Right.
and not on the strip because
Who was
they
that
don't-
guy
they don't want to be seen.
Who was that guy that was married to one
The
of the
Kardashian
Kardashians?
one, Lamar Odom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
went out
he
there.
almost died in one, and
He
then
spent like $17,000 or something fucking on a
for
weekend.
like a weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
Well,
okay.
that's fuck you money.
But that's
literally.
that's the reason they're out. And they were saying, but I'm like, okay, you make that much in a weekend off of Lamar Odom type people. I'm pretty sure there's more than just him showing up.
Oh, yeah.
And the ones I drove past, maybe he's going to higher end ones, but the ones I'm driving past, it looks like a fucking shitty ass trailer park like we got north end of town.
Yeah.
well,
There's like a group of trailers, but I'm like. It at least make me don't want to go there for
Yeah,
the
but
fucking white trash sister. Like I'm the one to fuck my
You gotta
sister.
go like to the nice, like the Chicken Ranch or
Bunny
or
Ranch.
the Mustang, the old Mustang, which the government took over and they fucked it. How could you fuck up?
Have you seen the
with
government?
pussy.
Have you seen the government?
I have.
Yeah, they work real well.
Because nobody knows. Everybody thinks they know everything, but nobody does.
Yeah, they end up having an HR department.
Yeah. Yeah.
Screws up everything.
It does fuck it all up.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I don't know what else. I think we're getting pretty close to.
Yeah, we're almost to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, here comes the door open.
dun, dun, dun.
Hi
morning.
there.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you? We're doing
I'm
great.
good. I'm good. Thanks. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say again. Yeah, that whole ride,
The whorehouse.
the whole ride. Yeah, whorehouses,
the
whatever.
whorehouses.
But it was a good drive.
I miss the whorehouses of the Philippines and Thailand and
the mud huts with the dirt.
yeah, I mean, you know what you're getting when you walk into the. Well, I'm sorry, they're not whorehouses; they're massage parlors.
Yeah. Well, and you're talking about prices. For what I understand, the to get jerked off in the little Chinese massages here. Dan, what was you saying those are costing? 40. But
Perfect.
so I don't know who we're talking to. I don't know if it was a golf or one of the other random places I show up at on a given day.
It's like $10 or $50.
No, they were saying it was like 50 or 60 for the jerk off plus your massage fee.
Oh, okay. So
And I'm like, I'm gonna save you $60. I'm gonna save you 100 because I'm not gonna go.
so it's
'cause-
probably. It sounded like it's probably a hundo
yeah, for a full for the deluxe package.
for the deluxe package. In the sky.
Yeah. So, but
$100 bill, $100 bill.
yeah, but I'm like, I can jerk off for free.
You can.
Yeah.
I've done it at least once.
I've done it.
At least once or twice.
Okay.
No point in
You
spending
know, I
all
can
kinds of-
probably find one at the city council out here to do it for a Snickers bar.
And a bag.
Why do they need a bag?
A bag of dope.
No, they'll do it for a Snickers bar.
Okay.
Can't be the frozen ones because they got no teeth.
Oh, a case of water so they can dump the water out and take the bottles back.
Well, they eat that Snicker bar vein down on the tongue.
How do you do it?
I saw that meme.
Yeah, I saw that.
I haven't seen that.
It's been so long, I turns my Snicker bars upside down so I can feel the veins.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, that leads to a question. Why are there veins on a Snickers bar?
I don't know.
So you can turn it upside down and...
They're talking about divorcee women,
Oh, okay.
which I have never understood. We're going to start a new thing. If you're a divorced woman, you're fucking crazy. I get it. Most women are. And they're having a hard time finding dick. It's pretty easy to find a dude in a bar or hell, I don't care if it's at a grower's market. You could walk up to a single guy, and go, "You want to fuck?" And they're going to go, "Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that."
What if you want to get to know him first?
fuck
Yeah,
you.
buy him a
Fuck
drink.
you.
You know, can we talk and just say,
Yeah, can
you know,
we have coffee
can we
first?
talk? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Men in general
No.
are
Yeah, it's
are going to go. Are we going to the car or are we
well,
going
and
to your
yeah,
house?
and
Got the motel down there.
Yeah.
and
The bunny hotel.
as a woman, regardless of what you
You're
look
not a
like,
woman.
regardless of what you look like, you should be able to get laid at some way. Now, maybe you think you're hotter than you are, and your standards are too high.
Yeah.
That may be the problem.
Yeah.
It
You know,
could be.
you should come to a place like this, and we'll say, no, you lower that shit.
Yeah,
You're shooting for 8s, maybe a 2,
maybe a 2.
maybe a 2, because you ain't
a
even
solid
that.
5.
Any Thursday night in here.
Oh yeah, there's a level of 4 here,
Oh, yeah. Probably an average of 3.
an average of 3. Yeah, so as far as divorcee women or single women, period, that say that they can't find a man, well,
Yeah, you're doing something wrong.
You're not
That's
doing-
on you.
yeah,
That's on
You're
you.
trying
It's
too
on
hard.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe don't pick at the herpes sores.
There's
Maybe
that.
that's
yeah.
maybe that's a fucking
Leave the
turn-off.
scabs alone.
Yeah, leave the scabs alone, girl. Come on, have some standards.
standards, fuck.
Or take a Brillo pad to it and just knock them all off.
Right.
Oh, kind of like barnacles.
Sure. I use a putty knife for those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's got to be the stiff fucking scraper though, because you get those flipsy ones, you fucking just bend.
Good old
Come out of the
wire.
water with them like.
Good old wire brush.
whatever it takes. Man.
I just spray bleach.
But that was okay. I don't even know where that was going, but
I don't either.
anywho.
It's not going.
Oh, we talked about getting jerked off
Oh yeah.
for money,
And then women.
and then you went and said women can't get dick. So
yeah, I know why guys go to those fucking places to get jerked off. That's pretty simple.
Well, when
That's why there's
when
like
you're married long enough, and
there's like 8 of them here in
she's
town.
all tired and dry. She doesn't
pretty
want
much
to do anything.
every fucking shopping center and strip mall has one.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
And that's fine. If you want to frequent those places, knock yourself out. Go ahead and
Enjoy.
Go get your little massage, and you're happy and
Happy and you know it. Clap your hands.
yes. And if you can afford it, go for it. I don't give a shit.
Even if you can't
go
afford
do
it,
you.
go turn in some cans and bottles.
You probably could.
Dude, fucking dime.
I mean, shit.
It's
Did
expensive
someone
now.
finally take the 2 bags of cans and bullshit out
Yeah,
of
I
here?
think Dan did.
Good. Way to go, Dan. Good job.
You just throw them outside the door. Or?
Because I was about ready to throw them out the door. That's when we had the original OPA over on 6th Street. We'd have just plastic bags full of bottle. We're a bottle shop, and we had a lot of bottles and cans. We would
Stick them outside.
We'd stick them outside on the sidewalk, and you just hold them up and you shake them, and it was like fucking
Rats coming out.
The dinner bell was rung, man. They were running from everywhere to get them. They're bringing their bicycles, trying to carry like.
Dude, you
4.
could get bum fights.
Oh,
That
it
should be a bum
was
fight
on.
prize.
It was-
Well,
Be like,
what Jesse got in a bum fight?
Okay, Jesse's
no.
not a bum. You have to be a bum
No,
to
I
get in a
under-
bum fight. You
Jesse got-
Well, he got screwed.
Jesse got in a fight with a motherfucker who came after him with a knife, and then he got tased.
Yeah, not a good thing.
It was funny. I thought it was. It's like he was laying on the ground, fucking convulsing. I'm going, dude, you just
Pull the
got-
trigger again. Pull it again.
Like, dude, you just got tased
Why the fuck did he come after? Or just because he's fucked up?
because he fucking kicked the shit out of 2 guys. Jesse's from the streets of fucking Philly, man.
Oh, so Jesse kicked the shit out of two guys, and then the bum came after him.
So a kid walked by, kicked our sign over, and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" This was during Back to the 50s cruise.
Oh, back when they did that.
The kid knocked our sign over, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And the guy stopped in the middle of the street. The kid did, 18-year-old kid, turned around, and Jesse goes, "Don't fucking do it. Don't you come back after me." And then his dad, and then all of a sudden the kid walked up to him. He didn't give him an opportunity. He fucking right in the snot locker. Boom. Knocked his ass out, dropped him. And then his dad came in, bop, bop, knocked his ass out. And then the cops show up. The guy gets up. He's got a fucking knife in his hand.
What, the cops are there?
When the cops
Oh,
are
so I thought
arriving,
Jesse had a taser on him. I'm like, Jesse just rolls with a taser?
Yeah. And the guy had a knife, and the cop was right there, and they tased. Jesse got tased, and the other guy got tased.
Jesse got tased too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and hooked up, and freaking, oh, yeah. And everybody's going, no, that was self-defense shit.
Yeah.
And grand jury and all that bullshit.
Wow, so that was a deal.
It was a deal.
Yeah, good old days when Back to 50 was there, when we had a town association.
Yeah. When people were doing shit in our downtown.
Yeah.
Well, I think Linda Edwards set up a
Having
lot
fun.
of that shit. And then
She did, and
then
Jeff
she got
Boyd.
burnt out. Jeff
Yeah.
Boyd,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
And
were-
they just like,
they-
we're the only ones doing all the work. you
Yeah,
know?
they did a lot.
Then on my
of
son,
work.
when he was in her, golf program,
Right.
all their kids, that was like part of the deal that you were obligated your weekend for
Yeah.
that, and
And
they
it was a
didn't
great
care. They had a
weekend.
great time.
Yeah,
You know?
it was a great week.
You know, as a teenage kid walking around with fucking like you're somebody with a
Right,
vest
with a
on.
vest.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Yeah. So,
Don't fuck with me.
all right, it's an hour and a half. in.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, we gotta go over to
Good
Medford.
shit. I got to
and-
go to Merlin again.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I got a machine
check on
running over there.
Your shit going.
Well, I can check it from here, but I had issues yesterday.
Oh,
Oh, your temperatures?
My temperatures were fucked. Not fucked, but the temperature gauge, so they're digital Bluetooth temperature gauge that go inside the column. Then I got an iPad mounted to the wall that talks to it, and I can read. So I got a webcam shining on that so I can monitor it from here.
okay.
And, well, yesterday, so that's why I went to Iron Ore. I'm like, I got to wait for the temperatures to change. And Sterling had to take his mom to the doctor's. Otherwise, I'd just gone home. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go down to Iron Ore and get some lunch.
Right.
And
lunch.
and then just monitor it while you're at the doctor's office in case it needs to be turned off while you're gone. Whatever. He's like, okay, cool. So I did that, and it never it stayed like at 77.8 Celsius. And so I was like, it should have fucking been almost 90 by now, whatever. So I go back, and sure enough, and it's fucking coming out. And I'm like, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. Maybe something's in the column, plugged it up, whatever. So I fucking turned the machine off. I told him, I'm going to come back tomorrow early, pull the column apart, make sure it's clear.
Cleaned out.
And so I did that this morning, went there, fucking,
Was it clogged?
no, it's fucking everything clean. I mean, because distilling columns stay clean because it's fucking pure alcohol vapors going through it.
Right.
Not a lot to make it dirty.
Maybe
Yeah,
you had a
true.
bubble.
No, it was, so then I go and I turn the iPad back on and I connect the temperature probe. It still reads 77 point whatever.
got it
I'm like, so I pulled that off. I put another one on. It reads negative 46, which I remember that one being bad because I knew it was not negative 46 degrees Celsius because that's fucking
Cold.
colder than it was.
Right.
Yeah, very cold.
So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll put,
Colder than a well digger's
so then I put the other one back in, and I had taken the battery out to put in the other one, and then it was reading 22 like it should. I'm like, oh, maybe it was just, how does digital fucking
Maybe
thing
you had
get
a brain
stuck?
fart or something.
It got stuck.
Okay.
It just
Yeah.
got stuck. So I turned it on. I closed the valve so nothing will come out, but it'll just sit there and recirculate. And I'm like, I'll let it sit that way. By the time I'm done here, it'll be ready to go check it, open the valve, and make sure it climbs like it's supposed to. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'll probably go get some lunch first.
Yeah,
Not at Iron Ore, though,
Yeah.
because I end up not eating when I go to those places.
Yeah.
they do have. They have a decent
They've got,
taco.
it depends on who's, apparently they're,
If Lon's doing it, it's pretty good.
yeah, that's the guy, the Sterling, because he goes in there, he cleans their taps, but he said that they got a Philly cheesesteak, and it's just phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With the cheese whiz and everything. Like
Oh,
supposed
they got
to.
the real whiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways.
All right.
So.
All right.
Well, we've had a day.
We have. So,
And we're going to continue to have a day.
Yeah.
for real.
Tonight.
It's going to be a whole day and then an evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then-
as long as I'm back in town by 4:30, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be back before that.
I might even get a nap in.
Oh, look
Play
at
my
you.
cards. Right.
I would like to. All right. Well, there we go.
Bam.
Have a good one.
All right, you guys.